Today was a rough day for me. I got a chance to have a conversation with someone who said some things that put life in perspective. And what they said was that on their darkest days, the days that they can't see light, the days that they don't have hope or they don't have energy or anything, they said that they are searching for someone to give them a small glimpse of light. And they said they found this channel. And they said that many of the people in the chat are so amazing and give them such a joy. They told me that had it not been for this channel and the people in this chat who talks to them on a regular basis, who engage with them, they don't know what they would have done. They told me that they is not particularly versed with having lots of friends, and so that many of the people that they interact with here are what they consider friends and family. I say all that to say this. Every show, I started off with a message about suicide prevention. Today's show is the same message, but a little bit different. While I'm trying to help people find a way of finding that glimpse of light, somebody in this chat is doing it without even knowing they're doing it. When you're in this chat and you're talking to people, keep in mind that you never know who you're talking to, who sees you as a friend or just simply sees you as family. Because there are days where their world is not as bright as yours, but you can brighten up their world. For those of you who are battling different types of mental disabilities and illnesses, for those of you who are contemplating suicide, before you make that decision, make one decision that we all can live with. Because whether you know it or not, we want to hear from you, not about you. Dial 988 and talk to someone. Get in contact with somebody who can help you. It does not take much to do it. And if you do that, follow that up with a little bit of help from BetterHelp. BetterHelp does not give me any type of proceeds or anything like that. I am simply advertising them as something that I personally use on a regular basis, as saying that it works, it helps. There's nothing weak about it asking for assistance. And when you're doing this, it shows your greatest strength, which is your ability to fight. So before you make a decision that we have to live with, make one that you can live with and reach out and get help, whether it be to me on any of my social media feeds, whether it be at BetterHelp, or whether it be at 988. Simply go out and get help. And to those of you in the chat, keep bringing that same lion's pride, because whether you know it or not, you help me help save someone's life. And let's talk football. What's going on, Pride Nation? It is Tuesday, August 30th, and we are here to talk about the end of the 2022 preseason and who ended up on what? That's right, that Lions chopping block. If you're looking at that, that's exactly what that is. That's the Lions chopping block. And I can assure you this, that my personal feeds of emails and everything else were blew the hell up at one particular person getting released. I find it funny that people thought of me with it, but it is what it is. So let me see who's in the building with me, because I gotta rap those who rap with me, because if we don't rap together, then I don't know how else we can do it. First, we got my man Looney Tune in the building. BD Buster is in the building. We got my man Gino in the building. 1991 Matt Stagg is in the building. Forbidden Knowledge is in the building. The great one Mike is in the building. Friendly Neighborhood Lions fan is in the building. Craig Ferguson. We got a new one in the building. Jay Cornelius Music. It says, "What up, Pride Nation? What up, though? Great day for some, sad day for others." It's a rough start, but it might be some people who have done enough to get the eyes of other people. We got my man Dan Spanos in the building. That dude live is in the building. We got my man James Willis is in the building. Lions Rumble 81, who will probably be joining the show later on. Depends on how it go. We got my man Nine Drinks, who says shouldn't have cut Kennedy till week 5. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it. We got my man Dr. Paparoni in the building. We got my man Chromus in the building. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. We got one funky Lions fan in the building. We got my man. He said, I'll come in after dinner. I like that kind of talk. My man Micro Mike is in the building. Let's see. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody now. I ain't forgetting nobody. I'm going down, scrolling down. Let's see. We got my man Dose of Goodwin in the building. What up, though? My man Anthony from Royal Lions UK is in the building. B. Farrell is in the building. Midwest Lions in the building. Craig Bevins is in the building. Hedge is in the building. Make sure I ain't forgetting anybody. Jon Kapler is in the building with us. We got my man Buffed Up in the building. Said the sorry Lions better snag one of them release quarterbacks. Mark Melishay is in the building. We got my man Raw Detroit, aka TA, in the building. Shout out to you, family. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. If you in here, drop it in there. We got my man Mikhail Hope. Steve O's in the building. Motown Football's in the building. Joseph Murdoch is in the building. My man Tom Grassi says Hard Knocks be fantastic this season. Shout out to Tom. Tom, if y'all don't know, well, everybody should know who Tom Grassi is at this point. I mean, holy shit, this dude does everything. He talks about all the teams, and he has to have the biggest Packer YouTube channel of all time. And he's always a joy to be around because he's funny as hell. So shout out to him as well. We got my man's Greg Peoples in the building. DJ is in the building. Dat Fan Man is in the building. Ricky Bobby is in here with us. If you in here, man, put it in there. We get them shout outs going. Okay, now let me see. Dragata, hope I said that right. He's in the building with us. Daryl Thompson's in the building with us. I think I caught up with everybody. All right, let's get right into this because we got to get right down to the nuts and bolts of this. First thing first. Oh, Detroit Made Me is in the building. What up, though? First things first, my entire damn social media feed, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, email, was blew up, and especially my Discord with, oh, they got rid of Jarrad Davis. And to me, I've said before that this linebacker room is so bad that we need to go get linebackers. In fact, I've said, I don't care what nobody tell me. I don't want to hear about no free agent pickups if we ain't talking linebacker and safeties. Because to me, that's a problem. Am I upset that he got cut? Nope. But I do have a certain view on it that makes me go, really? And here's where we jump into a lot of the talks of it, of figuring out what's happened. All right. So before we get into that, we got to see who got cut today officially. So I went to the web to see, and I made it as big as possible for the world to see. All right. I wanted people to see in real time. So the big name that jumped out was the one that we got from Nine Drinks, who said that they should have kept Tom Kennedy till week 5. And I respectfully disagree. You figure that they're going to keep Chark, obviously. You still got Cephas, obviously. You still have Brown. You still have Reynolds. You have 5 capable receivers with your supposed top threat being hurt and Jameson Williams, right? So that's 6. And when you look at what they kept versus what they moved on from, one of the guys that they kept, and people like Khalif Raymond, is a special teams guy. Tom Kennedy provides you nothing on special teams for real. He's a receiver. That's good, but he's not better than what they kept. And at that point, he becomes expendable. But the cut that made me proud, because I knew that one person was going to lose his stuff, which was Micro Mike, was Tim Boyles. When they cut Tim Boyle, I was like, they finally did it. They finally admitted that he is not up to par and is not where he should be. And anybody without eyes could have seen that Tim Boyles was cut from the Packers for a reason. He never excelled under no level, and they felt comfortable switching it in a different direction. Yes, I know they added people like Jordan Love, but God, truth be told, you'd be better served with Jordan Love than you would Tim Boyle. And then obviously Jarrad Davis got released, but Devin Funchess, a guy who I never thought was going to make this team. I thought he was for Hard Knocks. He don't block. And they want people who can block, and I knew that wasn't going to be the case. Bruce Hector, I just thought he didn't make enough splash plays for me to notice him, not like Taylor did. Justin Jackson, he was in a crowded room, but I was very shocked to see that he wasn't even able to beat out Jefferson. And I went, oh, this is interesting. Lamb, no shocker. Skipper, no shocker. Maurice Alexander, a guy that many people thought, oh, he's a return guy, but that's about where it stops. And to me, you have that guy. You have actually three of them. If you count Jamison Williams, that's one. You count Amara St. Brown, that's two. Throw in there Khalif Raymond, that's three. And I might dare even put a few more names in the mix, but he was expendable from that standpoint. And so I'm okay with it. Cedric Boswell, he should have been cut the moment he allowed that last touchdown play to be given up in the first preseason game against the Falcons. So I'm no shedding tears there. Derek Dees Jr. didn't even know he's on the fucking team, being honest with you. So hate to be that way, but I didn't know. Obviously, my man Easy didn't make the team. He's one of the stories that they highlighted. But you can see even in those stories that he struggled. Mark Gilbert, not shocked. James Houston. This one to me is funny because I know that they waived him, but he'll clear waivers and he'll probably more likely just go practice squad. So no big shocker there. Godwin, and I'm not going to play with this man's last name because I already botched enough names. I'm not surprised that he got cut because to me, I've been wanting him gone. I just thought, like, if you got Khalif Raymond, why do you really need to keep him? He doesn't really provide you anything. So I'm good. Obviously, we talked about Tom Kennedy. AJ Parker was a shocker. That was a shocker. But I get what they're doing. I understand what it is. AJ Parker is somebody that they know is probably going to still be able to go back to the practice squad. So they're feeling comfortable in that. And so this is one of the things I'm noticing with how they cut a lot of these players. These are players that they know they will be able to add back as a practice squad guy, and they feel confident in that regard. Riley Patterson, we're just gonna pray about kicking. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna pray about it. I don't think it can get any worse, but we can just gonna pray about it. Khalil Pimpleton. I watched game in and game out of them force feed the ball to him. Just nonstop force feed him the ball. And this man, on every opportunity, found a way to just not reel it in. There was a multitude of touchdowns that the Lions should have had that he just flat out dropped. Did nobody tackle him? Did nobody slap him or anything? He just dropped it. And so for me, for all the speed that he was killing them when you watch the practice film, right? Like he always doing it. But when it counted and he heard the roar of the crowd seemed to be a little bit too much for him, and he wasn't there. Anthony Pittman, anytime I see any linebacker cut, my blood pressure goes up. I don't know what they think we have at linebacker, but this ain't it. Okay, I don't know what we do. I'm not saying Anthony Pittman should have got this spot because he's so great. I'm saying look at our linebackers and tell me you cool with this. I ain't there yet, all right? Savon Smith, don't care. Eric Banks, obviously don't care. Trinity Benson, I don't care because you finally admitted that maybe your 5th round pick you traded away wasn't worth the pick. You gave a guy a shot. He didn't live up to it. You feel like he can make it back to practice squad? Great. Jason Cornell, here's a guy that I think should have been cut from day one. I mean, a late round draft pick that they gave chance after chance after chance after chance, and nothing was there. CJ Moore, I don't really give a care about. And obviously, they put Jerry Jacobs on the reserve suspended list. So, okay, cool. Now, what is my overall view of the 53-man roster? It's the same problems that we had when the season started. I am still disgusted at what we're seeing, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't think that we as a fan base can overlook the importance of a linebacking core. And we've done it somehow. We somehow downplayed it. I want you to think about this. I'm always looking for starters in the draft. Every single draft, I'm asking myself, where are the starters at, right? Like, how many starters did you draft? And I walk away with the same attitude every single time, which is, how in the hell can you act as if though linebackers don't matter when our room is so bad that a guy who they drafted for special teams may now be the starter? This is crazy to me. This is 100% crazy to me. Shout out to my man, Detroit Ray Sports. What's going on, brother? Hope all is well with you. This is crazy to me. It's crazy to me because when you look at this linebacker room, and we're going to look at who they cap, you're going to see why I'm a little concerned. However, I understand why they cut many of the players that they did cut. The reason they did this is because they know that there are players that they want to sign in free agency. In fact, many of the people that we cap are simple placeholders. Soon as somebody get healed, somebody's gone. Perfect example. James Williams gets healed. You may see Quintez Cephas gone, right? Isaiah Buggs made the team, right? He's one of the guys who made the team. But as soon as Pascal gets healthy, he may be gone. They want to have space and room for this. And I get it. I get it cold-heartedly. I understand what it is. But to me, and this is Tim Twentyman, I always botch his name, who's doing the initial 53-man roster because he wants people to understand that this is just the initial. This could change. When you go through and look at it, I don't think there's nobody cut that we're shocked about, right? For me, every linebacker I'm shocked about, but in truthfulness, I'll be damn, I'm not shocked. Tim Boyle should have never been on this team, not even after the first season. He should have never been given another deal to come back. It's no way in hell. David Blau is on real thin ice. Like, I feel like if David Blau farts, he should fall right through the ice and just go ahead and be accident stage left. But when you start to get into the nuts and bolts of it, your running backs were always staged. Was I shocked that Jamar Jefferson kept his spot? Nope, not based on what I've seen already. The other guys were on one-year deals. He has more years on his deals, and it's a low-end deal. And then on top of that, he's not asking to do too much of a starting role, and he still provides you a little bit of something. But your essential facto starter is DeAndre Swift. Your backup is Jamal Williams, and relief is Craig Reynolds. Sprinkle in Jamar Jefferson, great. I'm not shocked at all, right? And, you know, I don't think many of you should be. You start to go through and you look at the receivers. As I said before, Tom Kennedy is not better than Chark, Reynolds, Brown, Raymond, or Cephas. And for all the things that he did in preseason, this is not nothing new. He's always done this in preseason, right? This is what he does. But you have to take it to effect that they have 5 people already at the receiving corps with 1 on the reserve in Jameson Williams, who they traded up to get. So his chances of making the team were slim to none. You know, Khalil Pimpleton, slim to none. Maurice Alexander, slim to none. You start to go into the tight end room. Again, this pisses me off because I would, to my grave, unless he proves me wrong, James Mitchell was a terrible pick. You could have did anything else with that pick. Took a kicker, took another fullback, something that we can truly use. But he's going to be buried at the bottom of the depth chart as a developmental player who could turn into something special. But again, 4 tight ends was shocking to me. I thought maybe 3. But 4, this is shocking. Okay? That damn tight end pick forever would go down in my book as a terrible pick. We can overlook it and hype it up for all we want. I don't care if he's a captain. I don't care if he shines shoes on the weekend for old people. It just don't make sense, in my opinion. But 4 tight ends. The linemen. No lineman cut nobody cried about. I didn't care about any one of them. I didn't. I hate to say that. I just didn't. None of them gave me any reason to be like, oh, you got to keep that one. We know who our starters are, and we know who the backups is. But even the backup positions ain't even solidified because those can be had as well. So I get what's going on here. The 2 that I know for a fact are placeholders are Demetrius Taylor and Isaiah Buggs. And I know people are going to say, well, how can you say that? Those 2 I think are placeholders. I think John Kaminsky showed enough to do it, but he's also in that realm of placeholder because when these 2 come back, when Romeo Core and Josh Pascal come back, it's all bad. Just go ahead and get rid of one of them 2. Plus, on top of that, they're going to be looking to actively upgrade the linebacker room, which we're getting close to seeing. But who's shocked about who we cap? You know, Austin Bryant, all them guys, these are all people you want to keep. Now, next year, Levi might be in that mix of being out of here if he don't get it together. But those 2 come back, and 2 of them got to go. So for the initial part of it, cool. Not mad, not upset. You scroll down a little bit more, and you get to the linebackers. And here's where I start to really ask questions. How in the hell is Julian Okoye still on this damn team? I'm not trying to be funny. Make it make sense. I'm serious. Make it make sense. If you were to go through right now, your inside linebackers is who? Starting. They who? You gonna tell me it's Chris Board and Alex Anzalone? Okay. So your outsides is gonna be who? Malcolm Rodriguez and Derek Barnes? Like, how? You got 6 linebackers. You feel that confident about. All the hype and praise they gave for James Houston, a guy that they believe will clear waivers and can go to practice squad. But I'll be damned if you telling me that we couldn't have got rid of one of them 4 tight ends to keep another linebacker. Well, Luke, it's not that big of a deal. Yes, the hell it is. Look at that line. Look at the names on that list and tell me who you feel great about. You want to tell me you feel great about Malcolm Rodriguez? Okay. Well, wait till we start playing people who don't care about who's in front of them. And I'm rooting for every single player on this team, but I'll be damned if you're going to tell me you're going to look at this linebacker room and feel good about it. I'm leaving this up here for a reason. I want you to take it in. I don't understand it. Julian Okoye should not be on this roster. And I feel what you're saying, Ramon Denue. He says Okoye is still here because of his versatility. To do what? What versatility? To do what? To do what? Where's the depth at? I'm just saying. Where is it at? I just don't see it. And I don't like that they chose this approach. I don't understand why this is it. The only thing that makes sense to me, is if they are actively he can get hurt at multiple positions. That's about it. That's about where the buck drops. I mean, but outside of that, the only reason I can see them doing this is if they are actively planning to trade in or add other linebackers. It's the only way I can see it. It's the only way that makes sense to me. He's here to be on the sideline. Exactly. It doesn't make sense. And yet we keep 4 tight ends. Again, it's the initial roster, so I don't want to kill it too bad, but I'll be damned if we're going to act as if, though, that this is not something that should be of concern. We can talk about the Jared Davis release. I shout out to my man Adam over there on Woodward Sports. He was living his best life talking about Jared Davis. But let's be honest. Jared Davis can't be worse than Julian Okoye because at least Jared Davis is on the field. Anthony Pittman is at least on the field. And they get out while he gets to stay because his brother's here who can't play. We got 2 brothers on the team who are seriously hurt. They just can't play. And I get it. I don't want to make it a big thing, but goddamn, the next time somebody come to me and tell me linebackers don't matter no more, look at this room and tell me you feel good about it. You could, if you was planning a Madden franchise, which I am planning, I jump back in, man, we'd get into that another time. But if you were planning a Madden franchise, there's no way on green earth you would be able to trade any one of these goddamn linebackers. Not name one of them, unless you plan on cheating the computer. If you was in an active online franchise with a bunch of human beings, there ain't a singular player that you can offer up in a trade. Nobody's value. If there was just fantasy leagues where you had to pick individual linebackers, nobody's picking these guys. What's going on, Detroit D? BD Buster, what up, though? We have to be able to just keep it honest. They would be hitting the waiver wire, Luke. We picked up Charles Harris this time last year, and there just happened to be another Harris got cut today who we desperately need. Listen, I understand why they did it. I do. I understand why they did it. But what I don't understand is why keep a 4th tight end? And we got a few other positions that I'm shocked about. We got our fair share of it, but I'm like, come on. What's going on, JGB? He said he's listening at work. What's going on? Bill Hawks, what's going on, brother? My man, Dr. Detroit out here giving me the. First of all, let me do this really quick. Shout out to my man, Dr. Detroit. Y'all don't know what it feels like to see some superheroes. I know we all like Incredible Hulk. Everybody loves Iron Man. We think Spider-Man's that deal. Wolverine's about that life. But there's some people who do small gestures that makes big messages. And one of those people is Dr. Detroit. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, simply go over there to Lions on the Prowl. Look at Friday's free-for-all video and get towards the end part of it and listen to the great story that Vale told. I want to praise him in ways, but I want you to go back and see that video because I think you need to hear the message from the horse's mouth themselves. And I think it's something that should be there. There are people on this planet who are seeking angels, and there are angels walking amongst us in the form of people that we don't know that can make the smallest suggestion so big. And if you go back and watch that video, get towards the very end of it, you will see what I'm talking about. And it didn't take much. It just took a thought that this mattered, and it did. And so to that, I salute Dr. Detroit, who was clowning me about my belief that Jared Davis is elite, and I still stand by that. Nothing changes for me. It doesn't change for me that he gets moved around. I've come to the conclusion that some players, no matter how good they are, they get put into crappy situations. But to you, sir, salute. So, I want to make sure I do that. We got a few other people in the building. My man Grandizer12 says, Luke G, what is it? What up? What you do? How you be? I'm good. Dealing with a lot, but I'm good. Luke, I'm telling you, bud, I really do think they kept that extra tight end so they could figure out who to cut when JMO comes back. That's the only have 5 receivers right now. I know. It's just the craziest thing. But when you walk away from it, there's no way for you to walk away from it and not say that this linebacker room is crap. And then y'all wonder why I said going forward, and I said it before they even got here, before we even got a whole new coach. I said every draft is going to be a C. They will earn their grade from me. Every player will earn their grade from me. That's just the facts. If he don't earn it, I ain't praising it. Because I don't been burned too many times. And don't nobody go where I think they're going. 11 secondary people. 11 secondary people. Obviously, you got Amani and Okudah, who's going to be your 1-2 on the cornerbacks. And the more I think about it, kudos to the head coach, because the head coach and the coaching staff of the Lions for putting out there that there's an open competition between Will Harris and Jeff Okudah, which I now realize was never a real competition. It was just something to push Okudah to be better. And if that helps, great. Great. I hope he lives up to have not even to a 3rd overall pick, but to a 1st round pick corner. I didn't have him as a top 10 talent at all. I just didn't. I know in the game that they had against Pittsburgh, he had a pass that's broken up. In my opinion, it would have been a pass interference. He still had the guy wrapped around his waist, but they didn't call it, so who gives a crap, right? But yeah, I'm good. I'm absolutely good with what I see from this, minus the safety room. I don't know what Juju Hughes did to stay on this roster, but God bless him. I don't know how you pulled it off. I don't know who you got pictures of or what kind of magic you put out there in the streams of the universes, but kudos to you. I still think that's one of our weakest rooms. The same 2 problems that have been there are still present. But Chase Lucas showed a little bit more moxie and wear off for the ball. And so at that point, I have no problems with them moving on from the other corners, as we talked about earlier. AJ Parker, I think they know that they can possibly get him back. But, in terms of a practice squad guy, but I'm okay with what this room looks like, right? But if you just take out the safeties and you got to do the 4, Tracy and Deshaun are your starting 2. Joseph and the Fitu are your backups with Hughes. So you kept, 5 safeties. That leaves Price, Chase Lucas, Mike Hughes, Will Harris, Jeff Okudah, and Amani as your other 6 DBs. So, again, I think these can all be moves to, for people who are going to get cut. Right? Austin Sherbert is the kicker. Jack Fox the punter. Even though I know Sam Martin got released, I think today or yesterday because he didn't take a pay cut. I wish one of them knew how to kick for real, but it's all good. My problem is that when I look at this roster, I still have a high standard that a minimum of 8 wins should happen based on record. I mean, based on schedule. And I still have a high standard that, look, we can be better in a lot of areas. I've been stalking who's been getting released and everything like that. And it is what it is. Dirty Glove Williams, what up, though? You know, it is what it is. Right? I still expect to see them win a bunch of games. And I'm not settling for 6 or 7. That's not good enough for me. That's just not. I knew Dan Spanos was going to correct. You know I suck at people's names, man. What is it? Sturbert? Whatever the hell his damn name is. But I knew that this was going to be an issue. You know, Dr. Detroit said that, the cornerbacks are clownish to him. It wouldn't be a big of a deal if you had great safety play. So pray to God that the safeties can hold their thing down. Because to me, the one thing I kept looking at was how often our safeties had to make tackles. And I must say, I was disgusted at it. It is what it is. BD Buzzer says, so how many wins are you saying right now with the initial 53? 8. 8 wins with the initial 53. Can they make 1 or 2 more moves to boost it up? Sure. But I'm going to say 8 is my minimum, and my hardline stance is 10 wins. This could still be a 10-win team. Cybert, whatever the hell it is, thank you for the breakdown. Yes, I suck with names. You should see me when I'm at work trying to pronounce some of these people's names. It is the worst thing ever. Again, on this show, it's open to anybody who want to jump in, so I'm getting ready to do that. So if you want to jump in and talk some ball, this is your chance to do it. But yeah, the initial look at this roster had me like, okay, cool. And this is the thing. We can't forget that today is the day that Hard Knocks come out, right? And so for those people, who are watching it and stuff, I can tell you right now, the one thing I've been waiting to see is the cuts. I want to see those conversations. And I'm telling you right now, Luke got hopium all. Yes, I do. I cannot wait for Hard Knocks to come on to see these conversations and these cuts. I want to know what they said to each one of these people when they came in. You already know the main feature person is going to be Jared Davis. He's the guy they're going to have a conversation with, where I can see Dan Campbell going, hey, look, man, you came in here, you played your butt off. We love everything about your game, but at this time, we think we want to go in a different direction. We want to get some different young guys going, and we appreciate your service to this team, man. It was a pleasure having you back, man. So keep going out there and keep grinding. I can see that whole conversation, but I want to see it because I need to see the initial reactions. I want to see the disdain for what happened on Sunday. I think that what you saw on Sunday was a telling sign, in my opinion, of what a lot of our problems were, right? Like when the whole thing was announced prior that Tim Boyles was playing the whole first half, and he got snatched after that interception. I was like, yep, he's gone. So, these are the things that, to me, I can't wait for. But overall, initial 53-man roster has me still in my same position of where we should be. Now, there's 85 in the chat. Can I get them thumbs up, please? Appreciate you. But yeah, the reality is we got some serious problems. And I don't want to hear no more about, well, we're linebackers, man. Linebackers is not that important. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear. All right. I'm putting the link in the chat. Bring people in so they can come and talk ball with me. But that's my initial view. I'm happy that we got down to the 53-man roster. I'm excited for some of the other news that came out about who's going to be performing at the first season game with, I think it's Carolina State, HBCU, which is kind of crazy that they got rid of an HBCU player but still did this. So that's great. But yeah, these are the things I'm looking at. What if my man say? Charles Davis says, hey, Luke, Go see the coach and bring your playbook. It's gonna be bad. Let's get my people in the building, man. My man Micro Mike is in the building. What up, though?
Hey, man, what's going on? I just want to say, man, we don't need no linebackers, dude. No, we good with a linebacker.
we perfectly fine with the line. This room right here, this room right here, this room. Oh, this one right here this is where it's at. Listen, these is some studs. Malcolm Rodriguez.
I tell you what.
The charge.
Hey, you know what it reminds me of? It's like Civil War where they got the flags there and you hear charge and they're all like running up in a line.
I mean, nobody is looking at it like they're going to look at it like oh, it doesn't mean that this is what is going on. It's exactly what it means. That room was so bad that Julian Okoye, Julian Okoye and a guy who's supposed to be a special teams ace made the team.
I got to tell you what, though. I got to give this roster cut starting yesterday an A+. Can you figure out why?
Well, listen, when Tim Boyle got cut, I tried to find I'm watching Twitter. I'm like, shit is coming. Where is he at? you know how in the movie The Batman, they look into the shadows. I'm like, where the hell is Mike at?
I screamed, he's gone! He's gone!
They finally saw it. Let me
man, it only took a year and a half. God dang.
Let me bring in some more people. We got my man Crimson Shadow in the building. What up, though, sir?
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? What you got for us?
Let's see. I'm thinking you're being very, very biased about linebackers tonight, but other than that,
why am I being biased?
Because you were a former linebacker. I know you.
Listen,
that's why you love your linebackers.
Okay.
You know
All
it.
right, I'm gonna be fair.
Yeah, know who the bias.
Yes, I am a former linebacker, and so yes, if there's some biases there, admittedly, yes. I am not impressed with Alex Anzalone. I am not impressed with Chris Boards, and I'm damn sure not impressed with Julian Okoye. Josh Woods.
Like, who did we cut from the linebackers that you rather have kept over Julian?
Pittman and Jared Davis.
Davis was very inconsistent, didn't do anything really for this scheme anyways. He's getting blown in coverage. And on top of that, we're running only 2 linebackers anyways. So if anybody gets hurt, we still got enough to rotate even in and out. It's not like we're running that many linebackers anyways right now.
Okay, so let's say I play devil's advocate, right? Okay. I join you on this road, right?
Okay.
All right. Who are the 2 linebackers they playing?
Alex Anzalone and probably going to rotate out from Derek Barnes and Malcolm.
No. We're not talking about the rotate out. You got to give me the 2 linebackers we're playing.
Okay, it's going to be Alex Anzalone and Derek Barnes, I'm thinking.
Okay. And would you say Derek Barnes is good in coverage?
Not really. He's better than Davis, but that's not saying much.
You answered your own question.
I mean, I'm just saying, is Julian Okoye good in coverage?
I haven't seen enough of him to really make much of an opinion.
No, you've seen enough. You just sometimes your eyes just don't want to believe what we see. I think when you,
I seen a lot on the sideline.
Yeah, he's not a guy you can leave in coverage. In Josh Woods, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
If they're going to upgrade other spots, I'm cool with it. I'm not. Yes, am I biased?
We got to wait for the waiver list. That's another thing. We don't know if we're picking anybody up as well.
Chaz Surratt is available too.
And plus, I don't know what you're dealing. I don't know if it's a bit that you're doing with Malcolm. I don't get it. Like, what do you care about? Is it this the draft position, special teams? If he's beating everyone else out, shouldn't you be happy about that? Or
it's not hating on Malcolm Rodriguez. What it is he's came out to be the next greatest Luke Kuechly. That's the issue. It's just lower the expectations a little bit.
I don't have like
on top of it, you have to look at it. If you take Malcolm Rodriguez and put him on any of the other 31 teams, is he winning a starting spot on those other rosters? No. That tells me that our room is that weak. Let me get some more people up in here really quick. We got a newcomer. Hopefully his mic is working. Dose of Goodwin.
What up, though?
What's going on, sir? How can I help you today? What are we talking about when it comes to these Lions?
Help this man.
Let's go ahead and talk about those linebackers that you keep on talking about.
Oh, shit. I'm finna get chewed out for this one. I can feel it right now. Go for it, sir.
You do realize your Lion Tavai made it to the New England Patriots, right?
Thank you.
Okay.
First of all, so right now, we're not good. We're not bad. We're okay. It's not horrible, but it could be better.
Not the
At the same time, do you have 2 first years? Maybe my bad. Derek Barnes is a second year. But how much experience do you have? Not a lot. So
no,
expectations.
Listen, to be fair, I can take what you said and say, all right, fair. We okay, right? But given the fact that they have to be able to feed off of the D line that we invested so heavily in, I'm just pointing out that at some point we have to be able to recognize that this linebacker room is an issue, and it's. Now, I watched those preseason games, and I'm telling you, the linebacker play was atrocious on so many levels. And I was like, look, it has to be better. And yes, as Crimson said, you got the waiver wire coming up, but I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, can we upgrade that position? And the answer is yes. And should we? Yes. And if I keep getting yes on these questions, I can't act as if though I can overlook the linebacking room like that. I just can't.
Yeah, I mean, you can upgrade any position, really.
It's the absolute weakness of this team, the linebacker room, and that's just facts. I don't know what else to say. I mean, linebackers matter. We need to get better at that position, and when next year's draft comes, they need to invest a high draft pick into a linebacker.
Honestly, I'm a little more scared on the safety front, but
I mean, listen, that's a good point too, because we in it now. Steve-O said the linebackers played fine the last 2 games. I can agree to that, especially against the second and third string. But that's not the point. I want to see something like there's nobody to fear. Like there's nobody to fear on this linebacking core, And if I'm a team, if just ask yourself, if you was a team going against the Lions, what would you attack? Would you attack their safeties, their corners?
You attack with the short game. If I know that's what you're going to go with.
I'm going after the linebackers. That's what I would do. Let's bring in our next guest. My man's Lions Rumbles in the building. What's going on? Man, look at the beautiful shirt.
Rumble, love the shirt, man.
Wow.
What's it? Rumble, I can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
Fault, man. My fault. What up, fellas, man? You. What up, though, man? Man, Luke, welcome back, baby. I've been waiting on you. I've been waiting on your whole summary about this road to 53. And Crimson, welcome. Joseph Goodwin, welcome. Mike, of course. Yeah, man. I think the safeties and the secondary are going to benefit with these 2 coaches in Pleasant and Aaron Glenn. I think Glenn's shown he's very passionate about making sure that his core of guys are not getting beat. Now, mind you, we had that. You brought up the cornerback who got beat horrendously in that first game.
Smith.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if he has some of those guys blitzing. I'm just looking to see what they're going to do as far as the secondary, moving those guys around. Chase Lucas, he's got wheels. Like that to me is one of the positional pieces that I'm looking forward to seeing how all those guys are versatile. I mean, I'm so juiced about the secondary, man. I really want to see what they do, man, because there's a lot of questions that I need answer as far as the second safety position. Like Melifonwu.
It's funny you bring that up. It's funny you bring that up because as I was watching these games, right? I swear I was watching these games attentively, looking at those weaknesses, those same weaknesses that we had, and I walked away going, oh, Jesus.
Well, to be fair, wide receiver isn't a weakness now. I mean, that was a pretty big weakness.
Yeah, but I don't think wide receiver was a weakness last year. And a lot of people was hurt on the wide receiver core last year. So, I can't call it a weakness when half the damn receiving core was hurt, And to me, Amon-Ra St. Brown, when we drafted him, he was one of the guys that I was ecstatic about. I knew that he was going to bring something to the table that you was going to be falling in love with. He reminded me so much of Hines Ward, how he smiles at every play, how he blocks, it was Hines Ward 2.0. Mars Moon also saw that same reference, and I thought the same thing. So it's just one of the things. But let me ask y'all this, and we start off with you, Mike, with this question is, was there anybody cut that you were just like, God, I can't believe we cut that guy?
I wanted Justin Jackson to be on this team over Jamar Jefferson. I just felt like his speed, he hit the hole better. He was fluid. It seemed natural. To me, Jamar Jefferson regressed this year, and I would like to have Justin Jackson on this team. That was one of the guys that said, man, it didn't really make sense there. I guess you want Jamar Jefferson because he's good at blocking, but at the same time, I want a guy who can run the football. And if DeAndre Swift goes down, Justin Jackson is, I think, the next best type of Swift player we would have in the running back room. And Swift does get injured quite a bit. That's the guy I kind of hoped would be on the team that is not.
Okay. Anybody that you was looking at that you wish that they did not get cut, Crimson?
Well, for me, I mean, for me, it would have to be definitely Tom Kennedy. I was more shocked that they were going with 5 wide receivers. This was the one that really confused me. With Shark and Cephas, they both have injury histories. So if they get hurt, that just depletes us down. So I would figure they'd want to get a 6th one, but I guess they're banking that everyone will be healthy by that time before Jameson comes back. But yeah, I mean, Kennedy, it sucks to see him go, but you know what? I'm glad to see Benson's not on the team or Pimpleton. I was like, who's going to be number 6? And then nobody. I was like, okay, you're blowing my mind. And just like what Mike said about Jackson, that was going to be my pick. You stole the words right out of my mouth. I don't know why they would just up and just get rid of him either. It didn't make any sense to me because Jefferson, yeah, he can block, but he's not really good on his vision, and he can't really catch the ball in the backfield. The only bit, I guess it's good to have the blocking depth, but.
Well, shout out to my man, Boom. He says, hi, guys, what's going on? Also, there's a link that's pinned up on the chat. So if you want to jump in on this conversation, all you really need is a device with a microphone and internet connection. You get in here, talk some ball, and get on out, have some fun. I've always had it open that way so it can be open, so people can come in and say their piece and tell me I'm out of my damn mind. I'm not the authority. So, FYI. Dose, what are your thoughts? Anybody that stands out to you that you're like, they cut that guy?
Ooh, Ricky came up with a good one.
AJ Parker for me. The moment I thought about that defense and who needs to step up, it was Parker. So just seeing him get cut, I like, wow. So they really think about the others that much.
It was shocking. It was the Parker one. I was like, okay, okay, all right, sure.
I honestly thought that Logan Stenberg was about to get cut.
So did I.
What, though? I thought he was going to get cut until the Steelers game. I think they realized that they thin in that area too. It was just a matter of, well, it's cheaper to keep them, right? Like that's how I viewed it. But yeah, I mean, not shocked at all. Rumble, is there any player listed up here that you are shocked that got cut?
Yeah, I might sound like a homer in this one, but I really loved Devin Funchess. I felt like he's a 6'5" red zone target. And to your point earlier, you're right. He just wasn't blocking. He didn't do those little things, and I think it comes with the territory because I think he just feels like he's a veteran of the league. He's been a starter, and I don't think he took into consideration how valuable doing those smaller things that don't show up on film are. And I would have loved to see him. I knew there would have been some red zone packages we could have used him with. Even if it was for just throwing the ball up to him. The guy's 6'5". That was one guy that I was like, for sure was like, man, I think he has a spot in this team. But again, what do I know? I'm just a fan. So
definitely agree with that one, Rumble. I mean, I think we're going to be running 2 tight end sets. I mean, our head coach is a tight ends coach. It makes more sense, and it would have been awesome to see him in the past. But I like the other tight ends we got. I'm fine with them all.
The one thing that got me, though, was the fact that what I felt that killed him was when he got injured. Because he was catching up, but then the moment he got injured, we were like...
Yeah, there's a red flag for sure.
Yeah. I mean, but they definitely can't be talking about people getting hurt as being injured. They're drafting hurt people. I don't want to hear about... I don't want to hear about, I got a little concerned then. To me, if there was one player I'm surprised got cut. Just one. is any goddamn linebacker. Y'all got to keep every last one of these. I don't care what y'all say. Every linebacker should have made the team. If they play linebacker, they should have made the team. I'm
the
serious.
biasness.
Oh man.
I mean, think about it, right?
Actually, let's be honest, man. They're pretty much all the linebackers except for Derek Barnes and Malcolm Rodriguez should be cut.
I'm just listen. You literally need 8 linebackers to make a linebacker on this team, and I just feel like you cutting functions and keeping what's the dude name that Ricky Bobby brought up, Zasteria, whatever the hell's damn name is. You keep this guy, and I'm trying to figure out for what? What are we doing? Like, come on, man. It's no way you had so many people you could have removed. How did Juju Hughes keep his spot? Even the dog can't stand it. He's depressed about this shit too. The dog is trying to let y'all know that he don't get what
Juju Hughes is not shouldn't be on this team, dog. Quiet down.
I love Juju. Juju's man.
I didn't even realize that there was 2 Hughes over there.
It's 2 Hughes. Yeah, you got Mike Hughes and then Juju. And I'm trying to figure out what did Juju do? Just tell me, anybody in the chat, Steve or somebody tell me. Who remember Juju doing anything in that damn game? Who? I don't remember.
He must got some recorded prawn hub from the coaching staff to be on the team.
He got something.
Safety department, anyways.
I mean, and there's the other thing I don't like. I'm starting to wonder, and I could be wrong about this, but I'm starting to wonder if the reason they kept Juju was because they might be aware that we might need to keep Iffy as a corner / safety hybrid, moving them back and forth. Because
I think
it does.
Yeah, I think so.
Please make Melifonwu a corner again. I love Melifonwu there.
I'm just saying, because I asked this question a bunch of weeks back, did we make a mistake moving him to safety?
But I do like Lucas, though. I will say that. He does show promise.
I love Lucas.
Yeah,
I love Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
I like
happy he made this roster. He deserved making this roster.
Yeah.
He said, how did Price keep his spot?
To Luke's point, I like that versatility with that guy he just named. I like the versatility. I could see him switching. I can see him the versatility. That's what you could tell that's what this coaching staff wants. You got to be able to do more than just catch a ball. You got to be able to do more than just just blitz. You have to. They like versatility, and I'm okay with that.
Be more than a one-trick pony.
Yes, sir.
Don't be Davis.
Should we pick up some players from the waiver wire? Hell yeah, we should.
Yes.
And it's some names. It's some names out there. Listen, I ain't even gonna lie. When I heard that OJ Howard got cut, I was like,
"Oh my gosh!"
Ooh.
I was like, it was a few other names like Ty Summer. I'm like, listen, I need a linebacker. So, Ty Summer name came up. I said, hey, from the Packers.
Should we answer this question? I mean, yeah, I guess you can if he's on the practice squad and he comes back next year. I mean, I guess not. But if he gets picked up, then yeah, by all means, it's a wasted pick.
In my opinion, it's a lot of picks that's been wasted, But
what was he, a 6th-round pick?
I mean, listen, he was a
6th-round pick, James Houston. Yep.
But my thing was this: when he was taken, you just go and look at who came after him. There was so many. I don't care what nobody said. We could have did so much better than this time, but it is what it is. Thank you, Steve. And Steve-O will disagree with me in a heartbeat. He says, I didn't see Hughes do anything. I don't understand why he made this team. I'm going to tell you why. He got some information on the coaches about what they be doing when they're not with their wives or something. It's got to be something like that. It's got to be.
Hard Knocks, man. They got tape from Hard Knocks.
Them road games. Yeah, them road games. Oh, yes, sir.
I'm confused. I'm confused about some of these things. And so let me switch gears a little bit. Our secondary depth and versatility is good, and they will grow each other throughout the season. Okay, listen, you won't get anything from me at all. Appreciate that right there. Keeping the check clean from all this this dumb stuff that they out here trying to do. But yeah, I mean, I just don't see how some of the people who made the team made the team.
So look, I got a question for you.
Like on your list, I know Julian makes a list, obviously for you. Like, how many players like on your list are like, why is he here? Like,
let's see. Let's start off. Let me go back. I got to go back to refresh myself because the first thing I need to figure out why he here on.
I think you have 4.
Yeah, Julian Okor is one of them. He hasn't shown
Glenn
me
loves
nothing.
him. I know Glenn's hyped him up. He loves him. That's a Glenn move.
Juju Hughes,
depth in case of it beep. So that's the only other, like Rumble said.
I'm just saying he's done nothing. Let's go to that damn tight end who name off in the box. What's his name at? Zisteria?
James.
Zylstra.
Oh, you're talking about Shane Zylstra.
That guy. What the hell? Why is James Mitchell still holding on? Like what?
He was okay too. We're gonna run
draft guy.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying. We
not gonna lie, TJ Hawkinson been getting hurt too many years.
That's true. Too.
I mean, that's fair. That you know what? That's fair.
I like
that's
that.
That's absolutely fair. Jamar Jefferson, I get it, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I can pull stuff out of my ass. I can't pull anything for this one.
The only thing I can see with that is that he's under contract, so it's less to worry about. It's a lower end contract. So
wasn't he special?
Yeah, because if he wasn't with the Lions, he wouldn't be under contract at any team.
I mean, and I don't think he's so bad. I just think what it is he's doing the same thing that I noticed that DeAndre Swift was doing in a limited role, which is trying to make big plays to show his ability instead of making smart plays.
Can I add one? Why is Will Harris still here?
Because God hates us.
Because of pride and ego.
The moment I saw Will Harris get pushed around by George Pickens, that's when I was like, why?
Dude, George Pickens, he didn't even do it hard. It was almost like he just walked by and was like,
the fact they called this a competition was such a joke. I'm like, this is not a competition. Why
no, that's what I'm saying. It was 100% a ploy to get us excited about something. It says, "Hey Luke, less on the Jamar hate." I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I think he's doing what I saw Swift do. I saw games where Swift would get in, and instead of him just simply making the smart play, he was trying to make the big play. And I'm like, I don't need you to do that. Even when you watch Hard Knocks, Deuce is yelling at him because he's telling him to just make the smart play, not the big play. And my thing is you know, sometimes that can be a good thing and a bad thing. They're asking him to not do what he's known to do, which is make big plays. But I get it. And I understand when you get limited touches, you're trying to put the best performance out there of all the people. So I just don't get it. Juju put an apple on the coach staff desk. He did something.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with you. It's also the same problem with Hawkinson. He always tries to make the big play, and that's how he always gets hurt.
Yep.
Make those hurdles.
Yep. Trying to make that big play. You don't have to. Steve says for some reason the coaching staff likes Will Harris. Whatever.
There's always one player that's a pain in the ass that just won't get off this damn team. That's him right now. Every time.
I gotta pay some bills, people. Because this video is brought to you by Man Hour. Oh, come on, did it come back up there? Boom, let me get it up there. Why is it not showing? What in the sweet baby Jesus happened to my computer screen? There you go. All right. So let me get all this out the way. All right. Man Hour is what it's brought to you by. Man Hour is who I rock with. They are on Roku TV and a host of other podcast streaming services like, you know, Apple. Is it Apple? I ain't been on Apple. I'm the Android guy. Don't y'all freaking judge me. Apple TV, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The Apple. They're on a multitude of different things, and they talk about every different thing. You're going to get a plethora of football conversations from all 32 teams. They have managed to get a YouTuber or two for all 32 teams that's talking all things NFL, football, and other sports. So you cannot mix out on anything. So make sure you check out Man Hour, and we're trying to get them well above 2,000. If you have not subscribed yet, we will very much appreciate it. That's Man Hour, where you know, this is your chance to be the best you that you can be. Yeah, so Hard Knocks is coming on tonight, right? Everybody should be excited about this, right? So I'm just gonna get right into it. I told people earlier that the moment I've been waiting on is to see these goddamn conversations for the cuts. I'm gonna start this off with you, the dose of Goodwin. What are you waiting to see on Hard Knocks tonight?
I want to see the reaction to that game, because normally you can see snippets of like Deuce Daly explaining what's going on whenever he takes somebody out, somebody in. I want to see the conversation that's happened.
If I find out that
Thank you, Glove. I love it.
If I find out that Will Harris is Glenn's stepson, we got a problem. Okay, we got a situation for real, Dirty Glove.
We just found that out.
We better not find that out. There's no.
Oh man.
Oh my God. The Rams cut Chris Garrett. Interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
Really?
The Rams, you say?
It makes me wonder, though. It makes me wonder. Rumble, what are you looking forward to seeing tonight on Hard Knocks?
Oh man, this culture, the interactions between the players and coaches, and just the behind the scenes stuff that they've been doing, man. We've been so blessed with them. Just these first 3 episodes. We got 2 more left. Shout out to the city of Detroit. Shout out to the Detroit Lions, man. It's been must-see TV. I don't care. I must have watched every episode so far like a dozen times. I am like the blue Kool-Aid is like in an IV right now, and
100%.
I'm watching it and I'm enjoying it. I want to see more of Malcolm Rodriguez. Now that he's kind of getting a tilt towards potential starter, I want to see a little more. I want to see a little more interaction again between the DC and the defensive group. But yeah, overall, man, grade A for me. I don't care if some of it's scripted or not. It's been must-see TV, man. I've enjoyed it. So
I'm just waiting for the moment we find out what he said to Tim Boyle when he came back.
And damn you son of a bitch! That's what I was gonna
say. Right? He was very ticked off after that.
He wanted to break.
But Mike, since he led you off into it, I take it that's the moment you want to see. What did he say to Tim Boyle when he
oh man, that game sucked. Offensively, that game was miserable. I just wanted to. I was like, God, I hate my face watching this game. I really can't wait to see the interactions here.
Yeah, but listen, it did yield us the opportunity to say, look, he is who we thought he was, and he's not here no more, right? So
that's
don't worry, he's not here to hurt us anymore.
What if he grabbed him by the face?
There is one thing I miss about Canada during that time. It is Canadian beer, because I so needed a beer to knock me the F out.
Listen, I can tell you this much: when you look at that game, I walked away. Mind you, I made another wedding watching the game. I have, just FYI, people, I have been to at least 2 weddings on a Saturday and Sunday every weekend since the end of July. This is the last wedding I had to go to, and I'm literally in the wedding, watching the game on my phone, getting pushed and shoved by the wife. Like, you is not gonna really sit here and watch it. I said, the hell, I'm not. This is the longest wedding I've ever been a part of. I'm not. I don't have time for these weddings long. All right, but
I'm gonna have to learn to get used to that with my future wife.
I was getting so upset that I couldn't say nothing in the wedding. I'm like, God. and they're looking at me. I'm like, oh, nothing. I'm like, but I had to bring myself down. But yeah, it was very frustrating to see. Crimson, what are you waiting to see on Hard Knocks tonight?
Well, let's see. Other than I want to see Tim Boyle's tears and Dan over there with a glass, like so delicious, like Eric Cartman, freaking yummy guys, your tears. It's delicious, guys. I also want to see Jackson. I also want to see his reaction. Be like, "You ever kidding me? This guy beat me. You kidding me right now?"
Do you think the cuts will actually be on tonight, though, or do you think that'd be next week?
I think it'll be next week. I think
next week, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I think this week they're gonna ease in the conversation from the previous practices and just highlight a few more things. But if they do make tonight's show, I'm all for it.
And I want to see more of Ben Johnson. I haven't seen much of him. They're hiding that guy.
I know.
It's like, we must not show him. Oh, I've got
him and Jared Goff.
Yeah, they're not showing him. I'm waiting to see Ben Johnson. And another person that inexplicably that I find funny that they're not really showing is Iffy. Like, he got a whole new position and everything. What the hell? So I see what they're doing. They put their limits on who they want to do the storyline around.
Dude, they didn't show
Lion King
Kuda and Will Harrison the battle. It's supposed to be epic, right?
Man, listen, we're not gonna talk. We don't talk about Bruno, okay? We don't talk about Bruno. Lion King says, "What up, Luke? I'm looking forward to your Yahoo Pick'em League. Yes, I'm going to launch it tomorrow. I did resend the link out to everybody who joined last year, but I'll do an official announcement tomorrow." Where you jump in and you get a chance to battle each other and see who can pick these games right. I sucked badly last year. Every underdog team won when I picked favorites, and every time I picked favorites, the underdog team won. I couldn't get a beat on them games to save my life. I picked the Lions to beat the Ravens, and then the world's longest kick bounce kiss of God happened. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And everybody else picked the Ravens. So we'll see what happens this year, but it's definitely coming tomorrow. It's just that as my kids get older, they are more aware that I'm present, and so I have to be present. It's just part of being
SpeakEZ, baby.
My man Easy in the building.
Hey, can I tell you a funny ass story about SpeakEZ really quick?
Oh
my God! First off, this guy. Oh man, we're at training camp. I finally meet SpeakEZ. Dude's cool as hell. Cool as a cucumber. Dr. D hooks me up so we can get into like all the MVP areas. So I got this thing on. We're walking in and out, having a good time, free drinks and all that, feeling special. SpeakEZ didn't have one. I meet SpeakEZ and I'm like, how'd you get into this one area? He's like, hey, dog, I took my credit card and I put it on the ground and I said, I left my credit card and I walked in there. I said, what the hell? You dead ass serious about that? and then so credit card's on the ground. I didn't notice. Little kid comes up. You dropped your credit card. He picks it up. He's like, that's the second time I did this. We go in the other area. Now the security is really hardcore. Like they walk at me. They see it. They let you in. They go to SpeakEZ. You got your thing. He's like, I left my credit card. Just walked in. Like he did it. And I'm like, how you son of a bitch did you do that?
Listen, Easy done already told you. Easy has already told you. It's easy, baby. If it's one thing he gonna do, he's gonna make sure that we know what time it is. And he showed you how easy it is being easy. He made it clear. That's all it is.
Just slip that credit card into Angelina Jolie's pants, dog.
Now
y'all know where Easy's going next.
I will say this, because to this day, one of the greatest videos that he's ever been a part of is when he went out on St. Patrick's Day and was randomly making up names for Lions players, and the fans was like, "Yeah, I hate him. He's great." I was like, "What the hell?" That's like,
what? I have not seen this vid.
Like, what in the hell? So Easy, shout out to you for always having a good time, even when they don't want you to. But the credit card thing, I'm still in that. 100%. Yeah, I'm still in that one. I'm gonna claim to be somebody's security. Something gonna have to give. You just sliding through all these doors with the credit card trick, and then Mike, shame on you for putting this trick out there. Now Easy got to find a new scheme to run.
I'm gonna call it SpeakEZ.
Oh man, he's smooth as hell, bro. He can talk his way into Fort Knox, dog.
Look, I mean, to be that slick takes a lot of effort. It really does. So, kudos to him for having the courage to do it. I'd have just been like, "Oh, security over there? Nah, I'm good. I go this way." Not Easy. Easy's like, I need to know what's going on in that room. Okay, I need to find out. I'm gonna be in the room. So shout out to him. So listen, obviously there's some names that got cut. That were notable. I know that the Raiders cut their former first round pick, Alex Leatherwood. Whoa, shocker there. That was huge.
17th overall pick, man. God dang.
In 1 year, you said, you know what? Enough is enough. And I get it. I totally get it.
Speaking of first round picks, have you seen that video for Tom Grossi talking about what's their backup QB's name again?
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love, yeah.
And everyone trying to justify Jordan Love, and he's like, dude, he sucks. The one decent guy's in the back going, at least we didn't sign Deshaun Watson.
That's true.
Now, in terms of, let me bring this up because, again, this is not fully updated. They're still putting it up to date, and I'm trying to do it where people can see it, so I'm not going to make it too big. But
I might get in on that. That sounds awesome.
But let me go ahead and bring this up. All right. Obviously, cuts have been made. We got some people out there in free agency that need to be out there. Holy smoke. Somebody is really bringing the damn...
Dude, they're going crazy this year. It's insane. I had to go subscriber-only mode for 5 minutes to reduce it.
That's crazy. I don't know why they...
Yeah.
I don't know who's doing this or why they feel the need to do it. I got an idea, but this is just dumb. Oh, shit. Oh, no, he didn't.
What the heck?
Okay. All right, people. Before I get into this, apparently he didn't like us talking about how easy things is and how slick he is. He decided to show up and defend himself. My man SpeakEZ in the building.
Hey, SpeakEZ, baby.
What's going on, people?
Oh, man.
Oh, you don't want me to show my stomach right now.
Listen,
is that Rax? Is that Rax? Hey, it's Rax, man.
Listen,
Love you guys.
He comes in with the stomach out, ready for us to rub on for a good wish. I appreciate it. Okay. Easy. You explain this to me. The credit card trick. Was that something you made up on the fly, or was this something you've been running for a while? We the people got to know.
On the fly.
Nobody thought to ask how did the credit card get there.
This is what happened. I initially got in. This is what I did the first time, and I might get myself in trouble, but whatever.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
It was just me. So I went and I bought 2 drinks. Like I had one for somebody else. And I walked in like I was, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got this drink for my girl. Went in. And then I was trying to find Mike and Dion. So what I did to make sure I get back in, because I didn't want to buy another 2 drinks, that's when I dropped my credit card. So
that's genius. That's an
like, hey Mike, hold this for a second.
Absolutely genius idea.
When me and Mike went to see Dion at the VIP where they have like the strict security, that's what I told my man. What I was like, oh, it's in there. We asked me for my password.
It just walks in. The guy he says F your couch and just walks in. I said, how the hell did you do that?
F your couch. Oh my God.
Dude.
Habitual line stepper.
I mean, but leave it to Easy to come up with something so clever, like, you know what? I think I lost my credit card.
Habitual line stepper.
If you go to my YouTube page too, we'll get back to talking football. I apologize, but I went to that Logan Paul and Tyron Woodley boxing event, and somehow I stuck my way to front row. Before he walks out, it was crazy.
I mean, listen. To me, I'm never going to knock the man who has a dream and executes that dream to reality. I mean, why not? Right? If they're not,
I'll be looking SpeakEZ for President of the United States out there. Know, right? Y'all know where you just see him in the
room. Put his finger to his ear and just make his way to the
Easy. Since we got you here, obviously, we had the chopping block today. I think they cut 16 players. Was there any person who was cut that you were surprised by?
Ooh, surprised.
The cut that you went, damn, I can't believe he didn't make the team.
Tom Kennedy.
Really?
We found out yesterday. Yeah, man. I mean, look, you the work, no matter who, you know what I'm saying, like where you drafted, how much you're paid. Like we see, as long as you do the work, you're gonna make the team. And let's be real about it. Like the production on Tom Kennedy's side was there. But I get it. You know, saying he doesn't offer the double value of of special teams. I guess Chris Godwin, that'd be another one too. Or I'm sorry, Godwin Igubike. I'm sorry, I don't want to say Chris Godwin. But him,
I'm saying we got Chris Godwin and cut him. Somebody tell me something. But no, I get you. Let me ask you this then. Because I want to kind of get you caught up then. So who's the player that's still on the team that you was like he shouldn't have made the team?
Who I think shouldn't have made it?
Yep. That's still on the team though. They're still on the team.
That's a good question, man. I guess you could continue to beat up on David Blau if you want, but I think Bobby Price would be one I would beat up on. Probably Bobby Price. I get why everyone made it. Oh, you know what? Jamar Jefferson.
You're gonna have Anthony coming for you. You're gonna ease up on Jamar Jefferson, all right?
I was no one saying Will Harris. I was no one saying Will Harris.
Well, no, Will Harris. Look, when Will Harris transitioned to cornerback, he actually started producing.
Yes,
it was great. Like he was competing for that number 2 job with Jeff Okudah.
That was great. Come on,
was that really a competition though, or was that more of a something else? I mean, and on that one, I lost my credit card. So I gotta get past that one with my lost my credit card. But
that's how Jeff Okudah got the starting job. He's like, I left my credit card at the CB2
spot. At Sheila's spot. I left my credit card at Sheila's spot.
So obviously
Jamar Jefferson team. Oh yeah, I left my credit card in the running back room.
But obviously we see the initial 53-man roster because that can definitely change well before within the next 2 weeks, so for that first game, which I will be at. So holla at your boy if you out there. But with that being said, my question is I'm trying to figure out how to word this. My question is how are you feeling about the Lions record now? You see the initial 53-man roster. I was totally disgusted at the fact that we cut any linebacker. Like, I don't know how in the hell certain people made this team. Juju Hughes should not be on this team. I didn't, the damn tight ends, Shane, whatever. How you pronounce it, Mike?
Zylstra.
Yeah, Zylstra.
Zylstra.
He's got to go, right? I didn't see how none of those people made the team, and you're cutting linebackers like we just got a strong linebacking room. So how are you feeling at the initial 53-man roster as it pertains to the Lions record this year? Yeah.
Oh, yo, Shane Zylstra, chill out, my man. He plays special teams. I know what to do. Jared Davis because you want him to make the team because you say he's good. He's not good, Luke. We saw week 1 preseason, man. He had a lane to make a damn tackle. He went and blocked up with the fullback.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I can take that same tape and show you where people like Derek Barnes missed the wrong gap. People were Rodriguez overran.
But hold on, though. Derek Barnes, a 4th-round pick in his 2nd year. Jared Davis, a 1st-round pick in his 7th year.
But you got to also understand what they're asking him to do. That's another thing too. So all those things do factor into it. However, I don't really care that they got rid of Jared Davis as much as I care about the fact that you kept people as if though our line. Let me put it back up. Sometimes people. You need seeing to be believing around this damn place.
I'm going to be interested in is I'm going to be really interested to see where all the drafted linebackers from this class rank next year between the Kobe Deans and Malcolm. I'm wondering if Malcolm can actually, crack it or be one of the best ones and be a huge steal because that would be amazing if that's a possibility.
Listen, if he is, that's great. We lost Mike. Mike will be back, but we lost him.
Come back, Mike.
Not easy. You telling me you feel good with this shit? I mean, with this linebacker court, you feel good with this?
I'm not gonna tell you I feel good with it, but I like those names better than Jared Davis. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it.
So you like Julian Okwara over Jared Davis?
So Julian Okwara, though, he's not really. I don't know why they have him in the linebacker list. He's gonna be playing as he was in practice. He's gonna be playing the edge.
I know he's going to be playing the edge, but they're going to use him as a hybrid, and this is coming directly from the Lions actual page where they got him as an outside linebacker.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to go about what they saying. Even if you put him at edge, you telling me he's good enough to stay in the room with the edge rushers, really?
With Romeo Okwara right now, with Josh Pascal hurt right now.
And also Bryant's injury history.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, 100%.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, you feel good. You feel good about this linebacking room, though. You good?
I don't feel good, but it's what we got to work with. I
don't feel good, but it's what we got to work with. I ain't mad at you.
The linebacker position in the NFL, like like it or not, I know you're a former linebacker, Luke, but it's kind of dying off in terms of like how important it is. I mean,
why is Mike such an oversharer? What the hell's going on?
I love how everyone keeps
Micro Mike for the people.
that's what's up, man.
Oh my God,
Gunner.
we got another one joining the building. My man Gunner is in the building. What's going on, Gunner?
Hey, what up? What up?
Not much, Gunner. How are you feeling? I mean,
Who got a weed whacker?
Oh damn!
Oh, sorry. That's crazy. Hold on 1 second.
all I heard was the largest mosquito of all time in his microphone. That's it.
So I got a question for you, Luke, and Easy.
Go ahead.
What quarterback who was released? What quarterback do you have the most faith in as far as he's already ready for this team? You think Dan Campbell's gonna eat him up, and he's a Dan Campbell guy. Carson Strong for you. What about you, Easy?
Probably Carson Strong. The Jets cut some guy too. I never really got to get a look at him.
I like him. I like the Jets guy.
I'm being completely honest. I haven't watched anything of him playing. Maybe I didn't. I just didn't know that was who it was. But look at the picture, Chris Streveler or whatever.
Yeah. Yes.
He looks
CFL Grey Cup champion. 27 years old. Built like a tight end. He can run. He can throw.
Can't be worse than Tim Boyle.
Give me that because, bro, look at
nobody's worse than Tim Boyle.
New Orleans, where they took their tight end, turned him into the quarterback, and they're doing a bunch of crazy shit with them.
Yeah,
give me that guy. He looks like he can fit that same role easily.
For real.
But Carolina cut PJ Walker yet?
They can't. They're really because Sam Darnold got hurt and Matt Corral got injured. So they're down to 2 quarterbacks.
Okay.
Well, all right. Since we're talking about that free agency pool, let's go ahead and look at some of the cuts that are known.
Trace McSorley, he's also one who got cut.
Matt Barkley, no.
Let me make this bigger. I'll make it much bigger. All right, that'll do it. All right, in this group from obviously the Bills, right? I was looking at this group and I was trying to figure out, hey, what can we really use? I completely looked over every offensive player minus O.J. Howard. Because if you're keeping Shane, you can definitely do O.J. Howard, but that's another story. We leave that alone.
Is O.J. Howard hurt again?
Listen, they just moved on. It is what it is.
Okay.
I didn't see any name that jumped out to me here under the Bills. So, I was looking with
Matt Ariza.
No, we can't do that.
No. I was gonna say one does stand out to me, but
he stands out to me for other reasons.
But I'm just saying, I'm going through it so y'all can take a look. When a name jumps out to y'all, please be sure to yell them out. Now, the Cameron Good did jump out in terms of the Dolphins. I thought, okay. Again, keep in mind, I am on a whole entire we need to find a damn linebacker and a safety train.
Did they cut a safety, the Dolphins? They cut McKinley?
They did. They cut McKinley and they cut Redwine. But the Quincy Wilson, I believe he was a high draft pick that got cut too. So Dolphins is not playing. But just looking at what they did so far on, what we can pick up. And Sue's still out there. Seriously, I know people don't want to hear about the Sue thing, but please, everything we need, everything. And
yes, bro, yes.
Yep.
I mean, say it like a weirdo, but yes, bro.
I'm right there with you because I still have his jersey. I want to wear it again, man.
Yeah, I mean,
bro, who is more kneecap proven, former champion, and a dog just in general? Come on, bro.
Just don't let Cecily get the mic.
He would be exactly what we need. It will free up so many other. Because imagine if you got Sue, Brockers in the inside, Aiden on the out. I don't care whoever you ask. You want to put a Charles Harris. You want to put
Liam McNeil right up there with him.
Like, dude, but no, I'm talking just the rotation. The rotation. This is good grief.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's when you look at who got cut, it's not like. I know everybody talking about Brett Hundley, Anthony Brown, whatever. But I'm looking at linebackers for me, right? Like that's where I'm at.
Zacoby McClain.
Zacoby McClain, please.
I'm not reading.
Please,
Luke, I'm telling you, as the year progresses, I really think Derek Barnes and Malcolm could be it.
I believe in Derek Barnes. I believe in Malcolm Rodriguez. My problem is at some point you got to take them out, and somebody got to come in, right?
True that.
Well, that's all right.
What about Trey Walker?
Now, this is a Kobe McLean thing. I would definitely get the tight. He's young. He's ready to go. He does play inside backer.
Damn, they cut 6 linebackers. That's
man, for real.
About their
must be nice,
man.
You know, must be a team who got linebackers.
That's 7. They cut 7 of them.
Actually, cut linebackers. Meanwhile, we got 6 of the most dangerous linebackers there is. Right? Alex Anzalone looks like he's ready to go do a damn love novel book cover. Like, what the hell?
He'll be a coach next year.
Should sign me a linebacker. I can miss tackles.
He looks like a discount Clay Matthews.
Discount Clay Matthews.
Kirkland Clay.
Let's see. I'm trying. Listen, I mean, anybody that's standing out to y'all yet? Has it been a name for me? McLean is definitely out there for me. Again, I'm exclusively looking at linebackers. I haven't even begun to look at that anything else outside of linebackers.
What about safeties, though?
Well, it ain't been too many out there yet. So you're just talking about hey.
I know somebody. I know somebody in the chat gonna say Josh Rosen. Someone gonna say it.
Cool. Josh Rosen.
He can kick rocks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but can he be worse than Tim Boyle though? Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The moment you don't know if you want to play football or not is a problem.
The moment you were a first round draft pick, and then the next year they draft another quarterback. Oh man!
I'll be honest with you with that. I think Boyle might be worse than Dan Orlovsky, and that's painful for me to say because Orlovsky was.
Oh, he's 100%.
Wait, what team is this? They cut like 9 or 10.
Oh, it's Steelers.
That's the Steelers.
Should bring
So,
Buddy.
I'm still.
Oh, look, Lion legend Jeff Driscoll right there.
No, we're not gonna do that. I just want y'all to see. What the traverse looks like right now, and why. Again, I hope they add somebody that I'm happy to have, but right now it don't look good. Most of the things they have that's available, you find on offense, and we don't really need that much on offense. So, anything yet? What about you, Easy? Anything?
Wait, Sterling Weatherford. I heard that name, Sterling Weatherford.
I don't know if he's still productive, but Darquez Denard maybe. But I think we're kind of set in that Nick
Marvin Hall, another legend, another line
Marvin
legend.
Hall. Wow, I didn't know he was still playing.
I am a Michigan State fan.
Am I reading that right? They cut Malcolm Brown.
Yep.
Malcolm Brown did get cut.
Okay.
Now this Rudy Ford might be an interesting pick, but that's again, it's all bad, bro. It's all bad.
Walton rebounded after he left Matt Patricia's defense. Maybe try to hit that.
It's all bad, man. I'm at a point where I'm just like, I'm crying for help, and I don't care how I get it. I can see it, the writings on the wall. If you're a defense, if you're offense, I'm attacking that damn linebacking core, and I'm doing it hard.
I mean, hey, look at this way, Luke. If it makes you feel any better, at least the pass rush looks like it's going to do something, and that's something we haven't done in a long time.
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully.
I think we'll be fine, man. I'm not saying it's elite or it's good, but I think it's being a bit blown out of proportion.
What do you mean?
The edge score?
What do you mean? Why you believe that? Tell me why. I'm curious as hell because to me, I'm not seeing it. I'm watching real-time games and saying, okay.
Holy crap, that is a lot of wide receivers gone.
I guess I'd point to this last year's defense and how limited it was in talent.
Mm-hmm.
Line legend Danny Shelton.
Many times, that was what kept us in games. As crazy as it sounds, our offense was terrible, especially those first 7 weeks.
True.
Kenyon Drake.
And it's very much one of those bend don't break defenses. You saw it in the Pittsburgh Steelers game too.
Yeah.
You say what you want about being preseason, but those 1v1s, we stopped them in the red zone 3 times. They had prime position, takes a Tim Boyle and his bum ass. Like I think
they moved Sage Surratt to tight end and cut him.
Damn.
Yeah, to your point, Easy.
I didn't even know he came back.
I'm looking forward to those. We know our linebackers are weak, but our secondary is going to have to be our line and secondary are going to have to carry that linebacker core for sure. So I'm right there with you, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, they cut 3 quarterbacks.
Barnes and Rodriguez. I'm hoping at some point in the season that becomes our 2 starters. I think they both fit the build athletically, and obviously Barnes is explosive enough to make plays. Malcolm's a cerebral menace, bro. Used to be a former safety. Ran faster 40 time than Kyle Hamilton and set the all-time bench record for linebackers. Like, dude's he's a certified stud. I think those will hold down.
Oh my God! Did you just say he's a certified stud?
Malcolm Rodriguez, certified stud. He just come in as a 6th-round pick and just earned starting.
How many of them damn drinks did you have that day when you was sliding through all these security checkpoints? How many? Hey, my man Mike is back. Mike.
I mean,
look at.
There you go. Mike.
Story Jackson, linebacker from the Dallas Cowboys. The dude's a mauler. TA sent me on to him. The guy spears like Bill Goldberg. And then Webb, the quarterback from the Giants, he was released. 456 yards in preseason, 3 touchdowns, and I think a QBR was 150 plus. So that could be, and Cooper Rush, quarterback from the Cowboys. That could be some options for the Lions.
The one thing that Rodriguez reminds me of back in the day, and this Luke will have to help me on this one because this was back in the early 2000s. He'll probably remember the name. We were really high on one guy his last name was
Zach
Blue.
Follett.
No, Blue. His last name was Blue. Blue's whole deal was he was a wrestler just like Malcolm, but I remember Blue was a nasty piece of work. That if he got a hold of you couldn't get away with the crap that Blue used to do back in the day. I remember he picked a guy up in the air, slammed him right down on the ground. Like, you couldn't get away with the crap that Blue used to pull.
Oh, is that the 49ers that cut Tart?
I like Trey Walker.
This is the
Commanders.
No, the one right above.
Oh, yeah, the 49ers cut Tart.
Oh, he started. He was a starter for them for a while.
Oh, wow.
Well, times have changed. Now listen, Mike, did you just hear what my man Easy just said? He said that Malcolm Rodriguez is a stud.
He's a stud and a bona fide G. Now look, he's for what he's doing right now. I'm very happy for what he's doing. I think that just people overhyped him in the beginning. I think he's great. I like what he brings. I just don't think he's Luke Kuechly right now. That's my thing.
But are
I'm not Ray Lewis.
Stud seems a little bit excessive.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, man. I look in the mirror and I said I'm a stud and a bona fide G. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I understand. I will say he is overhyped because he's going up against our linebacking core, and it's instantly going to make him look better. Which, again, I will admit that is very true. But I hope that his play translate very well in the regular season, and we'll see.
Yeah, and I just don't want people to hate on this guy if he makes rookie mistakes. He's a rookie 6th rounder. He's going to make mistakes. You know, he's not going to come in and be Luke Kuechly day one. It's just not. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to make great plays. That's what a rookie is going to do. I just don't want people to think this dude is going to come in and be a god day one and go to the All-Pro. Whoa!
Are you saying the Lions fans are impatient?
Let me ask you a question. I'm curious about this, and I really am thinking about this. The 49ers cut D and Jordan Willis. He may be a guy Lions should bring in. I don't think they're going to add any more edge rushers at this point unless somebody gets hurt.
I can't see it.
That's the Eagles that cut Tart. So the Eagles cut Tart. Thank you,
Steve. I like Trey Walker.
Oh, I thought you said the 49ers.
I like Trey Walker.
I want to ask y'all this question because this is the big talk going around about Kellen Mond being released. Is there anybody who is not willing to kick the tires on Kellen Mond?
I mean, it can't be.
I throw him on the practice squad.
That wasn't the question. He said, I throw him on the practice squad. Is that what we do? We put him on practice squad now?
Just see if there's anything from him. I mean, he's a young guy. He's drafted last year. So let's see, 3rd round pick. Let's see if he's got anything.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Yep. So, all right. No biggie. I think every quarterback should get a damn shot at this damn point. I don't think we're at a position to not take any of these goddamn quarterbacks and give them a shot. I mean, you gave damn near 2 opportunities to freaking Tim Boyle. Blau's been 100%. So
Strebler's available. I'm telling you, the guy is a great Cup champion. Now, mind you, I know it's CFL, but
dude, we've given chances to so many bums on backup QB. It's not even funny. Josh
the guy's a shot,
Tom
man.
Savage, Chris Daniels,
Jalen Sweeman. He's part of that really good Pittsburgh D line.
So I know Mike brought up Chaz Surratt, as a possible linebacker add-on. I'm just not willing to turn down anything in the position of linebacker, quarterback, or safety. I'm not willing.
And Story Jackson, man, you got to check this guy out. TA threw me on him. The dude is a beast. I think he's an underrated guy. He did play for the Dallas Cowboys. He got released.
Wow, their receiving course trash.
And to SpeakEZ's point, man, I'm with him on the Rodriguez, and I'm with Micro Mike as well. I think he's going to be a great player given time, given more reps. What he's been able to do as far as being drafted 6th round.
There's
a legend, Tease Tabor.
And he's actually out here just, he could be potential green dot his first season as a 6th rounder. I think that's. I think we need to look at that more so than what he's not. He might not be the next Luke Kuechly. He might be the next Malcolm Rodriguez. He might.
Yeah, I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking at. I'm not even looking at his draft status. I don't care about his draft status. What I'm confused by is the level of hype he's got for scrimmages. When it count is where we got to look at it.
6th round though.
He put it on tape. He put it on tape preseason. He put it on tape Oklahoma State, and it's not fanfare. You're hearing this from Calvin Shepard too. This kid's look. What do you say? He's cerebrally at what a 2 to 3 year linebacker typically is. No matter what.
So what team? Not named the Lions. Could he go on and start on right now? Had he been drafted by them?
Probably a couple of them. I don't know too many teams.
Probably Cardinals.
Probably.
He's still very much a rookie. You know what I'm saying? He's going to
but we're talking about a guy who came to a situation to a situation where I'm telling you it's just the I mean, hell, they just they just picked up Jesse Luketia this year, and he's already cut. You telling me he would have went to that team?
Okay. I have a question.
Plays in practice. He's making plays in preseason, and then you have a whole 4 years of tape when he was at Oklahoma State. How are you missing this? How are you missing this?
Well, I'm missing it because I know better. I've seen enough already to know better than to get into the hype train until it counts. And so we've done this with Zach Follett. We've done this before with Teddy Lehman. We've done this with a number of people.
You bring up some
what hype train though? He's a 6th round pick.
That's why it's a hype train. If he was taken higher, I can understand the approach of it. But the reality is for me is he came to a team with a very weak room and earned a spot. I'm excited for that. But do I believe we can upgrade and be better than that? Yes, I do. Do I think that you're going to see him make some plays this year? Yes, because with opportunity comes a chance, right? You can always make a play with opportunity. But do I think he's going to be something that we're writing about in the history books down the road as a perennial player for this team? I do not. Do I think he's going to be something that we're going to look back on and be like, we don't have to worry about that position? I do not. I don't see that.
What?
Not in him.
Well, it's not like we're the worst linebacker.
Are you upset? Luke, are you upset that Jared Davis got cut?
I'm gonna say that any linebacker got cut. They needed all these linebackers.
Are you upset Jared Davis got cut?
No, I'm gonna say that every linebacker got cut. We shouldn't have cut a single linebacker. We had room for all them linebackers, and we need all them linebackers, and we should have kept all those linebackers. Period.
We're running 2 linebackers, man.
It's the truth. It's not no overhype. This isn't fanfare. Like you've heard it from the coaches too.
I feel you.
It's all over tape. It's not a weak room situation. You see it on the tape.
I mean, you say it's not weak room situation, but even the coach on his Hard Knocks thing said, "Hey, I don't want to start a 6th round pick, but I will if y'all don't pull it together."
There hasn't been a 6th round pick starting since 1988, wasn't it? They said,
and that's where I'm getting. That's why I'm saying the kid has a nose for the football.
I agree.
And he wants to be around it. So that alone, effort is you can't measure effort unless you. Like you can't measure it, but yet he always seems to want to be involved. He always wants to hit. He wants to I want to hit somebody. I love this. It's like that's a football
here's the issue I have. People saying that Malcolm Rodriguez is better than, let's see, getting, I don't know, a linebacker from Georgia who went in the second round.
Dean.
And that's that.
He's equal too. I'll say he's equal too. I'm not going to say it.
I'm not going to say that.
What was the last Oklahoma State guy that we drafted that ended up being a freaking star?
Yeah, but that was a totally different. He was a monster all through college, though. We know who that Oklahoma State guy was.
So was Malcolm, though.
Malcolm was a monster through all through college.
You guys got to go look at his numbers. Go look at his tackles. Go look at his tackles.
I don't listen. How many of those tackles for a loss?
A lot, Luke. I'm telling you,
quite a bit actually.
It is crazy, Luke. His tape is wild.
I'm not calling him the next Luke Kuechly, but that's a damn good value at 6th round pick. The guy.
It's August 30th, 2022. It's 7:40. All right. I want to timestamp this. All right.
Okay, let's do it.
At this time next year, I'm gonna see how many of these same people are gonna be talking about something. We need to go get some more linebackers. I'm gonna see.
Well, we're gonna need to get more linebackers. But I think he's.
I'd say we gotta need 2 more at least.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be a. If he's not starting by this year, in 2 years he'll be starting. I think he's that close. He's that close.
I like Malcolm Rodriguez, but to say he's better than Devin Lloyd or Nakobe Dean right now, I just look, man. Nakobe Dean's balling out. Devin Lloyd is a stud, man. You know what you're gonna. I get it, but I'm just not gonna say this guy is all pro. You know, this is going to be the man right now and go to the all pro and Pro Bowl. Just got to lower the hype a little bit. Just like Calvin Shepard said, he's a 6th round rookie. He said exactly that.
Pro Bowl or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? But he's definitely a stud. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely like well, I think the way Luke referred to it earlier was like, do I have to worry about this position? No, he'll check that for you. You know what I'm saying? I do think he's equal to Nakobe Dean right now. I think Nakobe Dean, you gotta look at the defense he was surrounded by. You're gonna look hell of a lot better. You got the number 1 overall pick, Jordan Davis, Quay Walker. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a star-studded cast, and all he had to worry about was shooting his gap and making the tackle.
Yeah.
But he's balling out right now in Eagles camp. Nakobe Dean is getting compared to Roquan Smith.
For sure.
Right now.
Yeah, the Eagles are stout at defense, though.
Now keep in mind, easy. Keep in mind, easy. I'm not even comparing him to nobody. What I'm pointing out to is the fact that he was originally drafted to be a special teams guy, right? And our room was so bad. Room was so bad.
No, I don't think
he took the spot.
Have to be a special teams guy.
I think it was.
They said it. They literally said it. They was like, "Hey, he's gonna be a." They said
they said that was they expected his role to be his first year, but that's typically what happens with young guys.
Yeah.
No, they literally said that they drafted him to be a special teams guy.
They're not drafting to play special teams.
What was the?
In the 6th round, what are they drafting him for? To be a starter?
To be a linebacker, yes.
So you tell me they drafting 6th and 7th round people to be starters on this team.
Dude, every draft counts. Right? Every draft counts.
What was on my
There's always that diamond in the rough that you guys think.
Wait. Look how Adam slides up in here. Adam says, "Fuck the catch-up guy." I'm not even a catch-up guy. I don't rock with no catch-up. Okay, so hey, the hell with that. Don't be getting all hype on no. I'll tell you what. Y'all keep that same energy. Okay.
Hey, don't
keep
put
that
me in that
same
group.
energy.
Oh, he's not talking about
you.
No. They had I think easier one of them posted a video on Twitter. It's hilarious. You gotta check it out.
The catch-up guy
about Sports Gym from Twitter.
Oh.
By the way, Nakobe Dean does look good. Can I tell you who's on that defensive line? Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, Josh Smith. There's some nice guys to have. You know what I'm saying? There's nice guys to have for you to excel.
You don't stop giving this praise to the other team. And the Lions gonna beat the Eagles. You heard it here first.
Hey,
Easy got money on them.
I'm taking at least 12 hands on that bet. I'm hoping.
Matter of fact, you owe me.
How much you bet?
Yeah. You got to put me in that list.
Though I'm nervous about that acquisition. I ain't gonna lie.
And see, this where Gold Line say, I don't put him in the Hall of Fame, but he did earn his spot. I think he earned his spot.
100%.
Our room was
Facts.
Get out.
I don't want
facts
because I've been the hype train guy. Let me say that I'm not saying he's gonna be Luke Kuechly. I'm not saying he's gonna be Hall of Fame. He's gonna be a damn good player. He's gonna be here for a minute unless he gets hurt.
I think he has potential.
I hope so.
This year's Amon St. Brown.
I hope so, man. That'd be awesome.
That's what I like. What I see.
100%.
Adam going.
He said, "Where my?"
Hey, look, he said, "Where Mike at?" His mother.
I'm right here, you.
Now, Frog says this. Frog says you're all judging, and this is to be fair. He says you're all judging Malcolm, and we haven't even seen him in a regular season. What he's doing is setting the bar a lot higher than it is. That's our future. I'm with that. And that's what I'm with. Yeah. All I'm saying is wait for a regular season game before we start talking about he's a bona fide stud and all this other stuff. That's all I'm asking. Can we get some regular season games underneath his belt before we start talking about stud and all this other stuff?
I can't say stud. I just think he's going to be special.
I think he's good.
I'm saying,
decent right now.
I'm worried.
I just don't want him to be set up for failure. Like if people go in and thinking this guy is the greatest thing and he makes rookie mistakes, this dude's a bust. Like, no, dude, he's doing great. Like he's gonna make mistakes.
Yeah. And to me, the problem that I have with it is the expectations are higher on Malcolm Rodriguez than they are on the picks that we took in the first round this year. This is blowing my mind. It's higher than Pascal. Right? It's higher than Kirby, right? And so when you look at that, I'm trying to make sense of it by telling people, slow your roll. Let's see some regular season games. But I want people to tell me he's a stud and all. No, slow your roll. Let him take a regular season game and we see what he is. But the expectations are too damn high for a guy that was taken in the 6th round, where they should be higher for the guy taken 2nd overall. And we're not talking about that. It's
like his expectations are higher than Jeffrey Okuda, who he took with the 3rd overall pick. I want Malcolm Rodriguez. I want him on this team for a long time. I don't want him to be people, well, crap, he missed the tackle. He needs to go. Like, no, he's a 6th round rookie. He's going to make mistakes, man. It's going to happen. But he's kicking ass. I love it. Just like Chase Lucas, 7th round pick. Dude's balling, man. But he's a 7th rounder. He's going to make mistakes, but his ceiling's so high, he needs to be on this team. And he is.
Lions Lee want to know, why did we cut Justin Jackson? I think because Jefferson block. I think he has the contract, which is a lower than what they're going to probably have to end up paying Jackson. And then I think on top of that, with Jackson, I think they just looked at it and was like, you know what, they've been doing this for the longest. They keep guys who they believe has shown progress over guys that they just brought in. And that's just, what in the hell is going on behind you, Easy?
Oh, yeah, Easy, man.
What?
It's all salon back there.
What? You didn't see that? Hold on. I'm sorry, Easy. Hold on. Let me oh, my.
Hey.
We have
no, Easy. No.
Hey, man. She's thick as a thick as a oatmeal, dog.
I don't want to be that guy, but I just wanted y'all to put your eyes over his right shoulder and just watch the turnaround, though. Just watch the turnaround. It's gonna be swift too.
This shoulder?
No. Hey, your credit card, dog. Hey, get your credit card ready, dog. It's a guy.
You need to be stopped.
Adam says she ain't. Listen, Adam. Nobody talking about her face. We talking about that damn wagon when she took around. That's what it was, Adam.
Y'all need to be stopped.
Listen. Hey, man.
Hey, you have been on jail.
Well,
he's for this. Thanks, Easy.
All right.
No monetization.
So he called us some sick fuck. You sick fuck.
Hey, where the hell is Adam? Get up on here, man. You talking all this? Get up on here, dog.
Hey, I was a gentleman.
If that's your thing, Adam, we're not. This is another no judge zone here, buddy. If you like zebras and horses and things like that, we're not judging. All right.
But what I'm worried about with Malcolm, though, I'm worried the coach isn't going to give him any rep time, though. I think after what he said about Malcolm, slow the hype, I think we're going to see some limited snaps from him is what I'm worried about.
Adam is going to him. Oh, Lord Jesus.
I'm trying to get it back to regular, but...
John Jones says he agrees with him. Stop simping. We ain't simp yet.
We're not simping.
Yeah, we ain't simp yet. I definitely can't simp. Shoot, I can't simp at all, but we ain't simp yet. All right, people, we have been on for almost 2 hours. It has been such a joy. I know this is more of a dark day. Obviously, Hard Knocks is coming on tonight. We don't want to miss that. We had a great show. We got my man Easy to come through. Got my man Spencer getting in that building with us. You know, everybody showing up, showing love. Mike came through in the building. Gunner came through. Dose of Goodwin came in the building. We got Lions Rumble that showed up and showed us Crimson Shadow. And, you know, we have fun today. And that's the whole purpose of it, is to have fun. My goal is to figure out a schedule that works better, because as my kids get older and they're playing sports, I'm trying to teach them how to do soccer and baseball at the same time. And I realized that baseball is not a game. It's more difficult than I remember it being. I'm like, wait a minute, they're teaching kids stuff that I didn't even learn until I hit middle school. But okay. So there's a lot of things going on. I want to give final thoughts so we can start to do that. If you in the chat already and you here, please hit that like and thumbs up. I got to get Adam on one day so we can have some fun with him, Easy, and everybody. You know, since he's already in rare form as always.
We gotta get you on heavyweights too, man.
Man, listen, you know what? You give me the time and give me the day. I'm gonna make time for it. They've been tagging me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They've been tagging me.
Yeah, Mike was on there recently. They've been killing it lately, man. Shout out to those guys, man.
I funny as hell, man.
And just be laughing.
Right.
I spend so much time laughing. I be trying to type, but then there's something that be like, "What the hell did that come from?"
Luke, you help birth me in this, bro. We gotta bring around full circle. We definitely come. I want you in studio though. Or we can put. We didn't got to do the face reveal. We could do. I told you, we already game plan.
Right. We got a game plan for it, right?
Give him the Black Panther mask.
Wear a Spider-Man mask.
Put the Black Panther mask.
Wear Malcolm Rodriguez mask.
I'm gonna have a girl just sit in the chair and just mouth the words you're saying.
Oh, don't do that.
Slide your credit card.
Why is my phone rising?
I know, right? Let me get into the final thoughts. We're gonna start the final thoughts off with you, Dose of Goodwin. What are your final thoughts for the people as we get up out of here?
There should be higher expectation for a first round pick than it should be for a 6th round pick.
Amen.
That's it right there.
All right, Gunner, what are your final thoughts for the people?
All right. If y'all are worried about this linebacking core, do not worry. We're taking Noah Sewell next year. It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
All right. That's it.
My man, Crimson Shadow, what are your final thoughts for the people?
Well, my final thoughts is I'm sorry you're not going to get monetized for this. Thanks to Easy. Thank you for that show right there.
He's getting a community guideline strike.
And it doesn't matter if you get drafted. If you play, you play. Go ask Amra. Go Maskamani. Love the guys. I don't care where you're drafted. Just play. I just need some wins here. I need a reason for my girlfriend to stop saying, "Why do you root for this team?" I'm trying to teach her football, and she looks like she's in pain.
Lions Lee in rare form today, too. This is one of them days where people are happy. Hard Knocks is coming on. I suspect there's been some more drinking than usual. But that's a good one right there. All right. I can confirm she's thick. You ain't got to confirm shit. I saw that on the show. Nigga didn't go grits. You ain't got to confirm it. I saw it.
You're gonna be a married man. Stop it.
Man, listen, my wife right here. She know there's no disrespect. She know she got me on lock. Ain't nothing going on. All right. My man's Lions Rumble 81. What do you have for your final thought?
Man, welcome back, Luke. Man, I've been waiting on this. Shout out to the panel, man. The panel was on fire today. Shout out to Chad as well. Yeah, man. Hard Knocks tonight. Couple more weeks. I'm starting to dabble in writing. You guys make sure you go check me out on Twitter, Lion Rumble 81 on Twitter. And again, as always, Luke, thank you. Panel, you guys are killing it, man. SpeakEZ, Micro Mike, Gunner, Dose of Goodwin, Crimson Shadow. Thank you guys. Chat, you guys are awesome, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, salute to you. I want to go ahead and give my man Micro Mike the final thought. I'm gonna let Easy go last since he got the view, so I'm holding him off for a reason. But Mike, give me your final thought, man.
When all else fails, folks, always hashtag smash the hole.
What? Totally was not expecting that to be the final thought, but we're gonna go with it.
I want that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, like what? Hashtag smash the hole.
Hey, I'm actually trying to make that into a t-shirt. I'm sending it to L&U. We're getting in the works right now. Hashtag smash the hole.
Let's go.
Hey, what can I say? All right, and then listen, he goes and pop it out quickly. Yeah, smash the hole. I just can't believe this.
Anytime you call a run play at 4th and 1, smash the hole.
Yep.
I don't get. All right. And last but certainly not least, my man Easy from SpeakEZ, which I plan to come on. We're gonna figure this out. It's got to happen. So, give me your final thoughts before we get up out of here.
You need to quit sleeping on Malcolm Rodriguez.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It's true, man. I'm riding my guy, Quin, from 5 to 7 every weekday. We have the cake cam. We have the cake cam ready for you, and make sure you guys check us out and let's go live, baby. Shout out to Luke too. You've been minutes since you've been live. At least
I know, man. Listen, dude. It's
been a long time.
I'm telling you what's happening, man. The job. There are certain high times where my job picks up, and towards the end of the beginning of the summer, end of the summer, school year, it's when it picks up. So what can I do, man?
You guys got power back on up there?
I never lost power.
Michigan?
I never lost power. I was very shocked.
Okay. Parents were down now.
Couldn't be me. Okay.
I never lost. Now I can't drive down my street.
Okay.
But I didn't lose power. So
but
yeah, the trees and stuff are down, but that's about it. Y'all know me. I can't end the show unless I end it on a positive note. Again, shout out to everybody who showed up in the chat, showed love, and put a like on the video. Shout out to all my guests who came in and just have fun.
HD.
Hey, and again, I got to end it on a positive note. Today's positive quote comes from me, and it's simple. You just don't know how great you are until you know how great you are. I find it funny how we often compare ourselves to what others are doing, but not realizing that we can do those same things. The difference between them and us is they were willing to put a foot in front of the other to get it done. We just keep sitting back, giving ourselves excuses and reasons to not live our best life. We want to see the best life happen, but don't want the work that goes to the best life. You don't know how great you are until you know that you're great. Your mind will do what you believe. If it believes that it is afraid of something, you will not move in fear. And if you believe that you are great and destined for something great, then you will move fearless through every obstacle that's in your way. I'm asking you to be fearless today. I'm asking you to be great. Access the most powerful part of you, your mind, and to understanding that there is no such thing as you not being powerful. There's no such thing as you can't fly, or there's no such thing as you can't be a hero, or you can't have that car or that house or that girl. All things you can have comes from the first state of your mind. And if you are unable to unlock your mind, then tell yourself to fake it until you make it so that you can be the great person that you are. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And if you don't do nothing else, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.